You've spent years trying to fix the walk. We're never going to talk about the walk.
There is a very specific moment when your dog's internal struggle suddenly snaps into focus and becomes entirely visible to the outside world. It usually happens at a predictable marker in the environment, at the corner, the iron gate, a barking dog behind a fence, or a bicycle appearing out of nowhere. You know the physical response all too well. The leash goes taut, the barking erupts, and the dog's entire body surges forward. Because this is exactly where the problem becomes loud and chaotic, human instinct tells us we have to solve it right here on the pavement. But we are looking at the very end of a chain reaction. The walk was never the beginning. This diagram shows a standard 24-hour timeline of a dog's day. The difficult moment on the street might occupy this single thin red slice. The rest of their life happens in the other 23. If we only try to fix the red slice, we ignore the baseline state creating it. The other 23 hours dictate exactly what will happen the moment that leash is clipped on. Think back to what happened inside your house before you even reached for the leash. Was your dog actually experiencing deep, restorative sleep? Or were they lying there quietly vigilant, tracking every sound and shadow? Then look at your own body as you prepare to leave. Notice if your breathing became shallow. Notice if your shoulders tightened, and if your hand closed into a fist around the leash before anything frightening was even in sight. That 6-foot strip of nylon acts as a direct physical transmitter. It silently channels your preemptive anxiety straight into your dog's nervous system, loading them with tension before they ever step out the door. During the rest of the day, we have to ask what opportunities a dog actually has to use the ancient instincts the modern world asks them to suppress. A standard walk is effective at tiring a dog's muscles. But engaging in a deep, independent search finishes something much older in their biology. Dogs were built to investigate, follow scent, and make choices. When a dog becomes intensely alert and reactive at the fence, it doesn't mean they have broken machinery. This chart shows the flow of energy through a modern dog's nervous system. The biological machinery is working beautifully, but the pathways for scent, search, and choice are blocked. The system is unemployed, and that lack of a job forces all that energy into a single, highly reactive response. Giving a dog structured scent work clears those barriers. It provides an honest, evolutionary job, routing the nervous energy back into natural, healthy pathways. And while the dog searches, a secondary shift happens. The guardian stops constantly directing the dog and instead becomes a quiet observer. Fulfilling that biological drive to independently solve problems through scent significantly lowers their overall resting arousal. The pressure valve releases, preventing the eventual explosion at the fence. Before you attempt to change your next difficult walk, try a 2-minute experiment. Find a safe, completely ordinary space. Ask your dog for nothing. Issue 0 commands and make 0 corrections. Just watch. You are looking for specific physical markers. Notice their respiration rate. Watch how their weight is distributed on the floor. Look at the softness of their gaze, and observe how quickly they recover from a noise outside. Pay close attention to what the first spark of genuine curiosity looks like, and what their body does when the nervous system actually settles afterward. Recognizing these small, subtle baseline cues is how you begin to learn about the animal who will eventually arrive at the end of the leash. The walk is where the struggle happens to surface. But leaning into scent, natural curiosity, and quiet observation allows you to lower the tension long before you ever reach that difficult corner.